Hello and welcome to a narrated video tour for 177 Coronation Avenue in Halifax, Nova Scotia, and the area known as Fairview. Just going to do a quick 360 here on this beautiful fall day. So we have fully detached homes, multi-unit properties, semi-detached homes, which is what we have here. Parks, trails, highway access, shopping, entertainment, public transit. We actually have an elementary school directly across the street. So a very family-oriented area. To get to downtown Halifax, depending on the time of day, it's going to be anywhere from maybe 10 to 20 minutes. So what we have here, this is for the left-hand unit right here. Beautiful inside, renovated, and 3 bedrooms, 1.5 bathrooms, paved driveway, private backyard, just a really nice unit. The tenant pays for utilities, which in this case is going to be on heating, which is natural gas and power. I'll show you all of that when we go inside. And then water consumption, the actual water itself is included with the rent. The tenant pays for the hot water. Okay, so you have a nice big paved driveway here, and we'll start to approach the property now. We'll go around the exterior and then we'll go inside. So all of the windows are vinyl, looks great. So once again, the tenant pays for utilities and then cuts the grass and shovels the snow. There's the natural gas power meter, and we're going to have some estimates in the full ad itself with regards to annual costs, or we'll break that into a monthly cost with regards to natural gas and electricity. So nice big driveway here, lots of room to park multiple vehicles. Could probably fit, I would say 4 vehicles here quite easily. And there's your view that we just started the tour just out there, and there's the school across the street. So the exterior is vinyl siding with brick. We have a little door here to get into the backyard, little gate. So it was oil at some point. The oil furnace has been removed. This oil tank is empty, and that'll be removed by the landlord at some point in the future. And you do have a vinyl shed for storage. It is on a slab, so it's great for storage. And so here we have your fully fenced backyard. It's great. I'll just angle the camera up a little bit. So there you go. And we'll just pop this open here so you can see the shed. And there's a few more things that the landlord is doing here. So there's a little bit of debris, and that'll all be removed when the new tenant moves in. But a nice vinyl shed there, and once again, it's on a slab, which is great. So we'll just close it back up. There we go. Now I'll go right over to the corner. And now you're going to see the back of the property. You have another concrete slab here. That's where we just came through the gate to the backyard. And that is the rear of the property. So you do have a front door, which we'll be going out and in a moment. And then you have your back door there, and that's just off of your kitchen. And like I say, the oil tank is really just sitting there, and it's not connected to anything, because it's all natural gas now, which is super cost effective. All right, so that's the backyard and the back of the property. Now we'll go out towards the front and go in the front door. Let's close up the gate first. There we go. And now we're going to be taking a left. So you have concrete walkway here with steps, and then a newer pressure treated deck. There's the entrance to both units, so we're going to be going one on the left. And I'll just turn around here so you can see the view from the front door. Very sought after area, centrally located, close to everything. All right, so let's go inside. That's a newer front door system. Newer back door system. When we get back there, flooring's been redone and upgraded. Really, really nice. So when we walk inside, it's all solid surface flooring throughout. So we walked onto a tile floor, and then on the right-hand side, we have some, there's your shelf across the top, and then you have some hooks here for coats and shoes and that type of thing. And then we have hardwood and tile throughout the rest of the unit. So all hardwood flooring here looks to be probably an oak. And then straight ahead, we have a hardwood staircase going up to the second floor. And we have pot lights and just a lot of great upgrades, very beautiful unit. And you have 3 different thermostats, 1 thermostat per floor, so 3 different zones. And it is a natural gas boiler downstairs, and I'll explain more of that when we head down there. So Unit has been painted, looks great. Here's your nice big window facing the street. And then you're going to see where we just came in a moment ago. All of the electrical has been upgraded, your plugs and switches, radiators, great stuff. So it's a boiler downstairs, natural gas boiler. So you have your radiators there, hot water radiators. Nice big vinyl window facing the street. So once again, there's your view. And I'll just go right over to the corner here. So you can see the room from this perspective, nice and bright and airy. There we go. And like I said, lots of pot lights. That's a new addition too. Okay, so if we go towards the back of the unit, it opens right up to your kitchen. So you do have an eat-in kitchen, so more pot lights here. Newer kitchen and appliances. That's a window facing the side of the property where the driveway is. And let's go right over to the corner. And if I continue to turn, that's where we just walked down a moment ago. So appliances wise, there's your fridge, your stove, and your built-in dishwasher. And then you do have a washer dryer downstairs. So there's your upper cabinetry in your kitchen. And then lots of lower cabinetry and workspace. There we go. And so I was just standing in the corner there. So that's sort of your eat-in kitchen. So I would envision sort of a little table being there. You have a nice window for natural light. And this is the doorway going out to the backyard that we saw when we were in the backyard. So there's your view from your doorway. There's the shed in the backyard and your little landing there with your concrete steps going down. And that's another newer door system. And there's your view, the side of the property through the nice big vinyl window when you're doing your dishes. And I'll just turn around so you can see the nice big and bright kitchen area from this perspective. There we go. Perfect. So the rooms are really nice, spacious, and bright. Okay, so let me go over to the corner here and we have a half bath. So I'm on a tile floor. And there's your toilet. Looks to be a floating vanity, your mirror, your light. You have a little medicine cabinet over the toilet, and then you have a nice big vinyl window with frosted glass. Really, really nice. Here we go. And we'll be going into the basement at the end. That's how you get into the basement right there. I'll just prop the door open for when we come back downstairs. So let's go upstairs. So we go towards the front of the property. And now we're going to be going up the hardwood staircase. Once again, nice and bright. New light fixtures. Okay, and there's the staircase that we just came up a moment ago. One more step. Okay, so there's bedroom number 1, 2, linen closet. This is bedroom number 3. And if I turn around, then we have a fully renovated bathroom. And once again, there's your staircase. So let's go through, let's go see bedroom number 1. So this is facing the street. This would be the smallest of the 3 bedrooms. So I'm back on that. It looks to be a refinished hardwood floor. Really nice. Another vinyl window. All the bedroom windows have blinds. There you go. You just give that a crank and down they come. You can see it there. There's your view of the street. And I'll just go over to the corner. And your closet and the hallway that we were just in a moment ago. And I'll open up your closet door. And there's your shelf and rail across the top. So now we'll go into bedroom number 2. Great size room, hardwood flooring once again. And this one is also facing the street, so it'll have a similar view. Let's go over to the corner. So this is a great size room. Should be able to fit any type of bedroom furniture, or most bedroom furniture. And with bedroom number 2 and 3, we do not have closet doors, so you can certainly put a curtain across just for a visual break, but you do have an organizer here. It's been all painted throughout. The hardwood goes right through. There's your shelf and rail system, or organizer system there. So that's bedroom number 2. And we also have, there's another thermostat, so 1 thermostat per floor, as I said, downstairs. And here we have your linen closet with shelving pretty much right up to the ceiling. And now we're in another good sized bedroom here. This is at the back of the property. So again, more hardwood floor, lots of natural light facing the side of the property. So the driveway is just down there. Another nice big vinyl window. Just over to the corner now. So another closet similar to the previous bedroom. And there's back out to the hallway. And as you can see, hardwood goes right through, and there's your organizer or shelf and rail system, right up to the ceiling. All right, and we'll finish off the second floor in the upgraded bathroom. So going from the hardwood to ceramic tile. So there's your toilet and your vanity right there, and your mirror and your light. You do have an exhaust fan and a beautiful tiled, custom tile right up to the ceiling with a pot light in the shower tub combo. And there's your shower head. And there's the bathtub fixtures as well. Beautiful. Nice big window. And this faces the backyard, and you do have some privacy glass in there too, which is great. All right, so now we'll head into the basement. Down into your living room, going towards the back of the property. And we're going to take a right, go through this door, and now we go into the basement. So most of the basement has been finished, the walls, windows, that type of thing, but yet they left the sort of the beams across the ceiling sort of open, and then they've painted the floor. So it's a really funky feel down here. You can certainly put furniture down here, put some mats down and use it as finished space if one wanted to. So there's the staircase that we just came down. There's your washer and dryer all ready to go. This is your utility room, so I'll go there in a moment. There's a thermostat for this floor, so 3 altogether because you have 3 floors. Some nice big windows here, natural light and fresh air. So you have a window there, and all the walls, as you can see, are finished off. And you have another window here that faces the street. You just have some hooks to use whatever you'd like. And you can see some plumbing, and this is all for your radiators, okay, for heat. This is your electrical. So it's a breaker panel, which is great. It's all labeled, as you can see, 100 amp service, all ready to go. Now I'll just go over to the corner. So here's your view. So that's the front walkway and the driveway towards the street. So I'll just shoot this angle here from the room. So it's a really great size room. Lots of opportunity to use it for whatever you'd like. And I'll just walk down this hallway or this wall here. We have another window there. So these windows do operate. So they do slide, and you have 2 sliders and then a fixed pane in the middle there. So you can get natural light, fresh air down here. There you go. And the staircase we just walked down a moment ago. And once again, you can see the ceiling, how they did it. Really cool. And there's your washer and dryer, all ready to go. And now over to the right, this is going to be your utility room. So you can see the 3 different valves right here, or zones. So that's your 3-zone heating. And this is all for your natural gas and heating. So natural gas provides you with your domestic hot water for bathing and cooking and whatnot, as well as your heat. And you have a tankless boiler, which is super efficient. So instead of having a big electric hot water tank, which holds the water and just keeps heating it, almost like, you know, heat it for when you need it, this will actually boil the water when it's called for. So it's not always heating 24/7. So therefore it's very, very efficient. So people would absolutely love to have tankless hot water tanks, but you need a combustible fuel. You need natural gas or propane. And a lot of people have that, so which is great. So that's a huge advantage. And then you just have some items there that'll all be removed. So that's your utility room for your heating and whatnot. And there you go. So thank you so much for watching the video. My name is Chris Ryan. I'm a property manager here in Halifax. If you have any questions, please reach out. My phone number is 902-830-4465. Thank you once again, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.